Is reason the enemy of faith? Da Vinci Code author Dan Brown, he was raised as a Catholic, but he had doubts as a young child, and so he did what any kid would do, and he approached a priest about his doubts. Unfortunately, the priest said, "Nice boys don't ask those questions." In other words, the priest challenged the idea of reasons to believe. So is reason the enemy of faith? Should people believe blindly? Absolutely not. Consider two historical people in the Bible. First, the Apostle Paul, and second, James, the half-brother of Jesus. Listen to what 1 Corinthians 15 has to say. "For I delivered to you as of first importance what I also received, that Christ died for our sins in accordance with the Scriptures, that he was buried, that he was raised on the third day in accordance with the Scriptures, and that he appeared to Cephas, and then to the 12. Then he appeared to more than 500 brothers at one time, but most of whom are still alive, though some have fallen asleep. Then he appeared to James, and then to all the apostles. Last of all, as to one untimely born, he appeared also to me." Paul, he was a persecutor of the church. He hated the church. He was a Jewish Pharisee who oversaw the death of Christians in order to see the faith die. But what we learn from history is that he changed. Why would he change from being a persecutor to a church planter? Because he saw a risen Christ. But was Paul just crazy? Was he a liar? Well, I'm going to tell you, liars make poor martyrs. Paul, he would eventually be executed for his faith that he saw a risen Christ. And what about James that Paul mentions in 1 Corinthians 15? Well, he was the half-brother of Jesus, but he did not believe that Jesus was the Messiah. In fact, if you read John 7:5, it says that Jesus' brothers, they did not believe that he was the Messiah. But again, we know from history that James, he would believe and he would die for this conviction that Jesus rose from the dead and that this Jesus was the Messiah. You see, these are just two early church believers who not only had reasons to believe, but they were so convinced that they would die for their faith. So reason, it is not the enemy of faith, but rather the means of it.